not comply. Words to live by from the Daily Mojo.
Did you hear the story about Jacob Chansley?
Yeah, I heard
Shaman.
Yeah, he wants to withdraw the plea, which I am glad for. I'm very glad for that.
You think it's a smart thing to do?
Well, look, if you are, and I've said this about January 6th over and over again, we need to be realistic about what happened and what people did. If you simply went into the Capitol, which is a building that we all pay for, our taxes, we have the right in the Constitution to address our representatives, who meet, I should say, in the Capitol. There never should have been a restriction on your ability to go into the Capitol or into the buildings. Nancy Pelosi created that using the idea of COVID to keep people out and maintain that for years. Now, the people that did destructive things, if you broke windows, if you were trashing desks, if you were trashing property and so forth, that should be treated the same way that you would treat it if you did it anywhere else. It's wrong. It's unacceptable when BLM does it. It's unacceptable when people on our side do it. We shouldn't condone that. Now, the idea that it was a threat to democracy, no, that was overplayed. And the idea that we're going to mistreat people because of that should not take place. We have to be realistic about that, and that's the reality of January 6th.
Did you see any of the discussions that took place on Friday up in Iowa between Tucker Carlson and the candidates?
A little bit. I saw Mike Pence end his political career. Was
that not amazing?
It was, and he had two opportunities. It wasn't that maybe he meant to say that's not my problem or whatever he said in response to the first part of Tucker. Yes, not my concern. To the first part of Tucker's statement, but he said it twice. And he didn't attempt to clarify. Look, some people, when they get older, they lose their skills. Mike Pence was really good at one point in his career. He made himself governor of a state. He made himself vice president. Those are admirable things. It's time for him to hang him up.
He came across as a giant dick.
He did.
In that disc. I was stunned.
Well, he was grandstanding. He was grandstanding his political prowess, trying to run for president of the United States. That was all.
He came across as a giant dick of a politician. Yeah. So did Asa Hutchinson, and I didn't see DeSantis, but he was there, I guess, at the end. Yeah, both of those guys.
Especially Hutchinson.
Yeah, he came across as a giant a-hole too. It just
well, doesn't he and Tucker have a problem as it is?
Well, yeah, because of the veto of
why put yourself in that position? Why show up if you've got a problem that you know is going to come out on stage?
Because if you can't handle a problem with a reporter, you're going to handle the problems of the country. That's a good look.
Think about this too. Asa Hutchinson used to be outstanding. He was one of the impeachment managers in the 1990s. He was very personable. You liked him. There was a reason why he was able to get elected governor and serve in Congress and serve in all the positions he did. But like you said, this is what happens with arrogant, out-of-touch politicians, people who spend too much time in the rarefied air of either the U.S. Capitol or their state's capital, which is they become insular and they think they're above everybody else. Our system, we all know, it was created not to have kings, not to have imperial people, but you're one of us. And I wouldn't talk to my voters that way, my constituents, or people who I want to become voters. If I did that, I should just stop.
Right. And I know we're going to, I know we want to talk about the student loan, the scheme that the president has put forward. This is a clip that I don't even know where this came from this morning.
I don't care if you think I'm Satan reincarnated. The fact is, you can't look at that television and say nothing happened on the 6th.
I just thought that was an interesting clip because first of all, I don't know anybody that's saying that nothing happened on the 6th, but I thought it was an interesting choice of words with this guy who is another one who is coming across as an angry old white dude. And just really, he's falling apart in front of our eyes.
Well, look back. I think we talked about this a few months ago, but there was a piece done on him in the 1980s. So it was after his first wife was killed, before he married Jill Biden, and basically they're trying to position him as being this great guy and an affable bachelor. And he says, hey, to the reporter, hey, that First Amendment, we can take that away from you. This was young Joe Biden. This isn't the current old doddering old man who's out there right now. He's always had these tendencies. A lot of these people have always had these tendencies. They just suppressed them because they knew if those things came out or they were widely known, not only would they not be reelected, but their party, and that's either one, not just Democrats, but their party would also be trashed. And so they kept it under wraps. Now with social media, now with cell phone video and so on, it's very, very difficult to do. So we're learning who the real Joe Biden and the real Asa Hutchinson and the real people are, not just what the crafted image is.
Right. Yeah. The image that they spent a lot of time and a lot of money trying to mold, and it's just now falling apart, which is karma. Karma, as they say, can be a real bitch. All right. So coming up the 24th, the debut of the People's House.
This is so exciting. So Freedomworks is very lucky to play a key role in the speaker's fight earlier this year. Behind the scenes, we were working on that. We were also working on the whip election. So we had a lot of involvement in that. And so we were able to make a great movie featuring some of the participants, such as Andy Biggs, also Mark Meadows, to talk about what happened, to give the public a front seat view. So if you're in the DC area, or you can get there, 6 o'clock, Monday, the 24th, at the Freedomworks office, 111 K Street Northeast, right by the train station. Come see us. It's going to be amazing, and we'll have some of the members in attendance.
The First Amendment lives here. Watch and listen at thedailymojo.com.